Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am Taylor and I share these What's for Dinner videos every week. I don't think I've missed a week in almost 2.5 years. I don't know. I don't remember how long I've been doing them. It's been forever. But I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. I've got a couple new meals to share with you. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, it is Friday night, and tonight for dinner we're having something that was actually on last week's meal plan, but I didn't get around to making it, and that is Carl's turkey vegetables. So Carl is Andy's step-grandfather, and every year for Thanksgiving he makes this. It says right here, Carl makes these vegetables when he steams a turkey in wine on the grill. So I think he uses like some of the turkey, maybe the broth or whatever, and the wine to make the vegetables. We've made this before. I don't know why I didn't write down measurements, because I know we called his grandmother before and was like, how much wine are we supposed to use? What kind of wine? All that. And I know she told us, and I didn't write it down. So I didn't call her this time. We're just winging it today. I think, if I remember correctly, it was like half a cup of wine for this. And it says 16-ounce can of chicken or turkey broth. I actually bought a 32-ounce container, so I'm doubling it so I can use all that. You know, the vegetables, like the measurements don't really count. I mean, don't really matter. So I just kind of winged it. I've got 2 cups of carrots. This was 6 potatoes that I cut up and 1 small onion. And I just did these in like pretty big pieces. Obviously that's going to fall apart. Whoops. And then I cut the potatoes pretty big because I want like the potatoes not to be done before the carrots are. So I kind of made them in good sizes for that. I'm going to try to leave exact measurements that I use down below. I do have leftover turkey from a couple days ago. I made that in the air fryer, and how I made that is actually in last week's What's for Dinner if you want to watch that. So I've got probably about 2 cups, maybe more. This is a 4-cup Pyrex, but I know it's not all the way full. And it says adding turkey is optional. We're definitely going to add it, but I'm going to add it towards the end. So I'm going to go ahead and get my onions, potatoes, carrots, broth, and wine. I'm using pinot grigio, I think that's how you say it. And I think I'm going to do like 3/4 of a cup, maybe a cup, we'll see. And I'm hoping this is enough liquid to cover all my vegetables. If not, I might have to add a little bit of water and maybe a little bit of chicken bouillon, so like chicken broth. I'm going to add some salt and pepper because it calls for that. And then towards the end, like when the vegetables and stuff start to get tender, I will add in the turkey because I don't want the turkey to like completely fall apart. So it's going to be a pretty easy dinner. We're just going to put it all in the pot, cook it on like medium-low heat until the vegetables are tender. Okay, so I forgot to turn on my camera when I first put this stuff in here, but I did do the carrots, the onion, the potatoes, the carton of turkey broth. We've got the wine. As you can see, I did pepper. I also did quite a bit of salt because, you know, potatoes need a lot of salt. And to me, this looks like the perfect amount of vegetables and liquid. I did a really good job, I feel like, estimating that. So I forgot to mention, I am going to cover this with a lid and just let it cook over like that medium-low heat until everything is tender. Okay, here is the finished dinner. We're just going to have this maybe with a piece of buttered bread or like a roll or something with it. As I said, this is usually something we have at Thanksgiving, and when Carl makes it for Thanksgiving, there's usually not as much turkey in it maybe like a little bit of turkey, but I decided to put more in it this time since this is like a whole meal for us. We've got our potatoes, we got our carrot, our vegetable, and we got some meat. It's kind of like a soup. Usually, like on Thanksgiving, we use like a slotted spoon, but I kind of left some of the broth in there. The wine does like cook out, so you don't have to worry about there like being alcohol in it. The wine does cook out. Yeah, I think it's going to be delicious. And as I said, I will have that listed down below. And yeah, that's going to be dinner for Friday. On Saturday night, I made probably our family's favorite soup. It's sausage tortellini soup, and I've shared it many, many times in What's for Dinner videos. And I also have a standalone recipe video for it, so I will have that link down below if you're interested. If you haven't tried it, highly recommend it. It's super easy to make and quick and super delicious. And we like to serve it with some Parmesan cheese on top and some baked bread. And this was just a take and bake loaf from Aldi. Sunday night we had another family favorite, and that is spaghetti, and Lily actually helped me make it this night. And so we browned up the ground beef and then added in our pasta sauce, which was homemade sauce that I had in the freezer, and I will leave the recipe for that down below. And then we just served it over some spaghetti noodles topped with some Parmesan cheese. It is Monday night, and tonight for dinner we are having Kentucky hot browns. This is our first time trying this recipe. I was trying to find some sort of dinner idea to use up this turkey breast that I had in the fridge because I didn't want it to go bad, and we just haven't been eating a lot of sandwiches lately. We had turkey and we had ham in there, so we were just trying to kind of get that out of the fridge. And so when I was looking that up, I was reminded of Kentucky hot browns. I think my friend Shauna over at the Dickinson Homestead shared a recipe for this like a year ago. I'm not using her recipe. I found one on Pinterest that's a little bit simpler because you guys know I like really simple. So I'm going to start off by making a cheese sauce, and for that I've got 4 tablespoons of butter I'm going to melt. I'm going to add in 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of milk, 1/2 teaspoon of Worcestershire, and 2 cups of this white cheddar cheese. I shredded that up. This is from Aldi. It was 10 ounces, and it's like 4 cups, so I'm only going to use like half of that. And then I'll just put the rest in a Ziploc bag. But that's what we're going to do for the cheese sauce. And then basically you need like some kind of bread. It says sourdough works well for this, so I got sourdough. I'm only doing 3 right now because Andy's not home, and I'll make another 1 or 2 for him when he gets home later. But you take your bread, and I'm going to top it with my turkey breast. The recipe that I'm using says ham, but I've looked at multiple recipes and most of them don't say ham, so I'm not going to do ham. So you'll do your turkey breast, your tomato. I've got some sliced tomato. I'm not going to do that on the kids, but I am going to do that on my own. And then you put your cheese sauce on top, and then you top it with some cooked bacon, and then you bake it in the oven on 400 degrees. Let's see how long. 400 degrees for like 10 minutes. So that is the plan. Seems like a really, really easy dinner. I'm going to make some tater tots or something in the air fryer to go with it. And hopefully we all like it. I mean, I don't know that you can like dislike it. It's a cheese sauce on bread with turkey and bacon. Like, how can this be bad? But I'll definitely let you guys know how I like it. These Kentucky hot browns were delicious. I think it was just so good. The kids obviously didn't have tomato. I think the tomato on it was amazing. And I actually ended up making too much food because the kids didn't end up splitting the other one. I cut it in half to make it easier to eat. And they were full after that half of a piece. So it was a lot of food. It was very, very filling. Highly recommend trying this recipe. It is Tuesday, and tonight for dinner we are going to have chicken tacos. I am making chicken in the crock pot. I've done this many, many times. I've just got 3 chicken breasts in here, and then I like to go in with some taco seasoning and some salsa. And I talked about this salsa in my grocery haul. It's the restaurant style salsa from Aldi, and we really like this one. The only problem is it is extremely difficult to open. My dad used to like tap the side of the jar with like a butter knife, and that would loosen it. This is the only jar I have ever experienced that trick did not work for. The only thing that I found that makes it easy to open this jar is like an actual jar opener, which I don't have. Or I have this pot holder from Dollar Tree that has silicone on one side, and this works. But it's the only thing. Like, you have to have something that will really grip it. Otherwise, you ain't getting this can open. I was shocked at how hard it was to open. I'm not going to do this whole jar. I think I'm going to do like half the jar. But first I'm going to go in with some taco seasoning. And my chicken is still partially frozen because I suck at pulling stuff out the night before. So I'm going to cook this on high for probably 4 to 6 hours. Okay, it has been several hours. I think it's been like 6 hours. About an hour ago, I turned this on to warm because I knew it was done. Now I'm just going to go through and shred it. See, it's so easy to shred. I get questions on this fork all the time. This one is from Aldi. You probably can't find it anymore unless you just like have an Aldi that nobody goes to. Because it was at least a month ago. Maybe longer than that they had them. But Jen Chapin has one, and I think hers is from Sur La Table, I think is how you say it. So I will try to leave that link down below because I absolutely love this silicone fork. I was so hesitant to get one because I didn't know that I would use it that much. But I was always tempted to buy one, the one that Jen always links. And then when I saw this one was only like $4 at Aldi. And the one that she has, I think, was like 10. When I saw it for $4, I was like, man, I'm going to try it for $4. And I love it. I would pay $10 to have another one. But I'm going to shred this up. I've got some hard tacos, some crunchy shells. I'm going to cook these in the air fryer. I've got my Mexican rice in the pressure cooker. It's almost done. So that'll be dinner. Chicken tacos, Mexican rice, and then I've also got some cheese dip that I'm going to heat up in the microwave. Okay, here is dinner. This is my plate. I've got 2 tacos, and I've got cheese and lettuce and tomato on there, and then some chips and cheese dip. And then the kids have the rice and chips and cheese dip. This is Elijah's with some lettuce. This is Lily's with some tomato. Here is the rice. As I said, I will leave it linked down below. It is our absolute favorite homemade Mexican rice. And then this is the cheese dip that we like if we're going to buy it from the store. The Gordo's cheese dip. And I believe this is like the mild with jalapeno. Don't buy the one without jalapeno. I mean, you could if you don't like spice at all. But that one's not really spicy. Just a touch spicy, not like super spicy. But that is going to be dinner for Tuesday. It is Wednesday, and I just realized I forgot to show y'all what we had for dinner. I was thinking about like putting dinner away and packing Andy's lunch for tomorrow, and I realized I never showed y'all what we actually had. You can probably guess it's chili. I've shared the recipe for this chili multiple times. It has its own video. I will have it linked down below. I think that's why I forgot, because I wasn't like sharing me making it. So I forgot to share our bowls. But yeah, just chili. We topped it with some cheese and had some saltines. And I'm gonna put this up and put some up for Andy for lunch tomorrow. But yeah, that was dinner. It is Thursday and it is Christmas Eve, and tonight for dinner we are just having a bunch of random like finger foods. And actually I looked at my thing and like the theme is balls. We've got meatballs, sausage balls, cheese ball, then we're gonna have some veggies too, and I think I'm not forgetting anything. I think that's about it. So in here I have some frozen meatballs. I picked up this kind from Kroger. To it I'm going to add 1 jar of chili sauce and 1 jar of red pepper jelly. You could also do a grape jelly or jalapeno jelly. I wanted jalapeno, but all they had was red pepper, so that's what we are going with. And I'm gonna cook it in my pressure cooker, but I'm doing it on the slow cook setting, so like a crock pot, and just gonna leave it on low. And then I've got dishes to do, ignore that. But other things that I am working on making today are the cheese ball. I have a recipe video for that. I will leave it linked down below. I make it look like a snowman. So I've got cream cheese sitting out for that. Sausage balls. I'll show that. I don't think I've ever showed that before. Sausage, cheddar, and a Bisquick. And then the meatballs that I just showed you. I gotta make some brownies for this evening. We already made cookies. Gotta put together some veggies. Cut up some summer sausage. But yeah, that is what I'm working on for dinner tonight. Okay, I am getting my cheese ball ready. I want this to go in the fridge for a little bit. I'm going to form it into a snowman. I think I said that earlier. That's what I usually do for Christmas. I have a video on me making this, but it's been a year, maybe 2 years since I made that video. So I thought I would include it in this What's for Dinner. But I will have it linked down below if you want to go back to it at some point. So in here, I've already shredded 2 cups of cheddar cheese. I used my thing that attaches to the KitchenAid and then just did it directly in the bowl. And then that was about 4 ounces, half of an 8-ounce block. And then I'm gonna add in 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese that are room temperature, a package of ranch seasoning mix, and usually I do a 2.5 ounce bag of real bacon bits, but this is a 9-ounce bag, so I'm just gonna guesstimate how much I put in there. And I love to do this in my KitchenAid because it makes it really easy to just like mix it together. So once it's all mixed together, I'm just gonna pop this in the fridge for a couple hours so it can get cold. Okay, it's been a couple hours. My cheese ball has chilled in the fridge for a while, and now I'm going to just, oops, rip my gloves apparently. I'm gonna just take this, section it into 3 sections, and make a snowman. You could do this like standing up if you want to. I usually lay it down. And then I've got some olives and some carrots to do some eyes and buttons and a nose. Okay, I just finished with the cheese ball. Now I'm going to work on sausage balls. So for this, I use 1 pound of ground sausage and 8 ounces of shredded cheddar and 2 cups of like a Bisquick, a baking mix. And then if it's a little dry, because sometimes that happens, I will add just like a little bit of water. But that doesn't always happen. And I also like to mix this in my KitchenAid because it makes it super easy. And no, I am not washing this bowl. It has a little bit of like cheese ball in it still, but a little cream cheese is not gonna hurt anybody. I know some people put cream cheese in their sausage balls. I don't usually do it, but I don't feel like washing this just to dirty it again, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing. I'm gonna use it and then I'll wash it after I get done making the sausage in it. So I am going to put all of that in the KitchenAid, mix it around, and then I will use my cookie scoop to make little sausage balls, put them all on a baking sheet, and bake them at 350 for about 20 minutes. Okay, this is my meatballs. They have been on low in the Instant Pot for like 5 hours. So they are done. We've got our veggie tray. And I don't think I mentioned, it's just us tonight. Me, Andy, and the kids. Usually we go to his grandmother's house and we do this kind of snacky food there. And I just have to bring something. But we're not doing that this year. You know, with everything going on with COVID and everything. Not getting together with them. So we decided to kind of do the same thing, but at home. And then this will actually be our lunch tomorrow, Christmas Day as well, any leftovers. So we've got plenty of veggies. We've got our cheese ball snowman that we've already started munching on. We've got some summer sausage and some sliced cheddar. We've got plenty of crackers. I haven't even pulled them all out yet. You saw the sausage balls on the stove. And then we've got all of the cookies for dessert. And then the brownies as well. Can't get it open. They're just the Ghirardelli brownies. But yeah, that is going to be our dinner. We're just gonna snack, maybe watch another Christmas movie, enjoy some time with Andy. He should be home soon. And yeah, not gonna really show you our plates tonight because it's just gonna be kind of snacky. But that is dinner for Christmas Eve. Okay, it is Friday and it is Christmas, and usually I start my What's for Dinners on Fridays, but since it's Christmas, I wanted to end my video on Christmas, and then I'll start the next one tomorrow on Saturday, and it'll just be a shorter one next week. But I didn't show me making any of this because most of it's stuff I've shown before or just super easy. Plus I just wanted to spend the day with my family. It's just going to be me, Andy, and the kids for dinner tonight. So I made smaller portions of everything, like eggs. I didn't make a whole crap ton of eggs. So I've got deviled eggs, 1 can of cranberry sauce, a little bit of green bean casserole because Andy is really the only one who eats it. The kids might try it again. I made hash brown casserole. I made biscuits instead of rolls, which I do have these in a video. And I feel like I've shared the other things in videos, so I will try to link those down below. If I can't find the videos, I will link the recipes. And then I just made this ham from Aldi, and that is going to be our dinner. We've still got cookies and brownies and stuff for dessert. But I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, and thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.